I just want to start today with a bit of a sincere apology
Who to?
to a few people. Um, I attempted to do a bit of more of in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
It's been a while.
Return for episode 2, has it?
Yeah. Long awaited.
That was like 2 years ago, right?
I think it actually was.
Legit
It
2 years,
genuinely
yeah.
was 2 years ago. But the last post on my Instagram account.
Yeah.
Um,
Rumor has it that it's popping back up
it's
slowly but surely.
It's slowly, yeah.
Seen a couple of stories.
Yeah. Slowly working my way back into it. I attempted to bake some apple cinnamon maple cookies.
Sounds delicious.
It does, doesn't it?
In theory.
It does. And I thought, I'd surprise some close family friends of mine and Cammy as well. I was like, I'll bake these and give it to them. And I was following the recipe to a T. So I thought, because instead of using flour or all-purpose flour, I used rice flour, and in my brain I just thought, if you don't have milk, you can use light milk or something. And I was like, if you don't have flour, you can just use rice flour.
All flours are equal.
Yes. And then realised that these cookies didn't really turn out as moist as I intended, and a few people copped it. So just like to sincerely apologise for my long-awaited return to In the Kitchen.
Bit of a work in progress. Still some progress to be had before we see episode 2.
Yeah. Just ironing out some kinks, I think.
Because I had one of these cookies.
You did? Yes. Thoughts?
Cookies a bit of a stretch.
Okay.
So you obviously you did well up to a certain point. When you put them in the oven, they looked how they were supposed to, right? They're in balls, and then the dough never really flattened out. It didn't melt.
I think we both described it in the same way. The only cookies to go in the oven and come out of the oven looking exactly the same.
Yeah. And it wasn't until Tash, being a former pastry chef, actually diagnosed what you'd done wrong. Because I was trying to give you credit. I was like, I don't know, you followed the recipe to a T. With Tash maybe mentioned that the apple chunks were too big and they absorbed too much of the moisture.
Yep.
But I bit into this cookie ball that was like almost burnt on the inside, on the outside, and it was raw on the inside. So In the Kitchen, coming soon, you reckon?
Coming very soon. Welcome, Jack, and one and all, to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. We're back. How you doing, Critch? You're away for just over a week?
Just over a week, yeah. I was fully expecting you to say, welcome back to another episode In the Kitchen then. I was genuinely thrown off like half a second. But I had a week, I think 8 days if we're being pedantic about it.
Yeah.
Up in Murwillumbah in northern New South Wales, visiting Tash's family.
Murwillumbah?
God's country, mate.
Yeah.
God's country. So you fly into the Gold Coast and then it's sort of half hour south.
Yeah.
Beautiful part of the world.
Was the weather nice? Was it rainy, or what was it like?
It was a bit of everything, but it was always warm.
Yeah.
So most days the weather was mint. It was a couple of showers. We went up there for Tash's birthday.
Yep.
Ironically, the weather was probably the worst on that day.
On that day?
Yeah. No, that's all right. It's usually we don't quite go up for that long, so the focus is on seeing her family as much as possible.
Yeah.
But because we were there for a full week, it was enough of a break for us as well as spending time with their family. So it was a good mix for like a bit of a holiday, which was nice.
I think you both definitely needed it too. Like, it's just been so full on with work and everything, and
flat out like a lizard drinking, mate. That's what they say.
Yeah,
that's what they say. They being us.
Yeah.
No, but it was good. Yeah, I didn't realize how much I needed to get out of Melbourne. played some golf,
Yep.
which is good. The Moomba Golf course up there is
Shout out.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out the Moomba Golf Club.
Is there one golf course for the entire town, or a couple, or what's
there's one 18-hole golf course. It's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
very well maintained?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Felt a little out of my depth, but the golf journey is continuing. The golf journey that Tash and I are both on. So,
Yes.
yeah. Finally progressed to a big course.
Okay.
Got a couple of pars, which we were happy with.
Couple of pars.
Yeah, which we take.
Nice.
Drove a golf cart for the first time as well, which was cool.
Is it where, do you like pay for it? So how does it work?
Yeah, so you pay your green fee, so you can play on the course. Then you
Yeah.
can hire a cart if you want.
Okay.
We had to hire clubs as well because we didn't take any with us.
Yeah.
It was $10 to hire. Well, $20 to hire two sets of clubs, which I thought was reasonable. Like
Yeah.
the nice Callaway clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we just off we went.
What was the experience like on the golf cart?
It was a lot of fun. I think it added a lot. I mean, I'm not talking anything that's not. I'm not talking anything revolutionary here. I'm a bit behind the eight ball. I'm not saying I'm the first one that's ever gone on a golf cart, but
Yeah.
no, it was good fun. It was good fun. I was nervous that we were going to hold people up, but luckily there was enough of a gap between us and the group behind. So
See, that's my biggest fear of playing golf. Like
Yeah.
I more than the frustration of like not being good at it or anything like that, or not having the proper technique and shanking it and everything. I think my biggest fear every single time is, there's going to be, I see people creeping up behind.
Yeah.
These people seem frustrated. They're probably pissed off.
yeah,
I should let them through. I should let them through too as well. I should let them through as well. And it's like, what am I doing?
it's bad enough just playing like mini golf, right? Because you do feel that you're like, sorry, I'm holding everyone up, and it's like, do it to another level.
Surely just virtual golf. You can't hold anyone up. You just
True,
whack
yeah.
it into a screen and
Shout out Golf with Friends. Oh, not that virtual, not like an app. You
Oh,
like
right, okay.
An
that
X
too.
Golf. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Let's do that. Fine leg to fairway.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Actually not as bad as some of the other ones we've come up with post.
Nah. Anyway, that's enough golf. Also went to the beach.
Yeah, nice.
Went to the beach and took some sunscreen because, I'm a responsible, sun-smart individual.
Of course you are.
I like to say.
Yeah, you definitely
Slip, slap, and all
don't
that.
do too well if you're without sunscreen in the past, I can say.
Might be a shock to those on YouTube looking at me right now to learn that I am quite a pasty individual.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the truth. It's the truth. I know. I'm shocked as well.
Yeah.
So being the responsible person that I am, I applied sunscreen before we left. I applied sunscreen when we got there.
Yep.
And then I reapplied once when we were at the beach.
Just doing
Right.
what you need to do.
It seems like 3 big ticks, right? Sunnies and a hat as well.
Ah.
So slip, slop, flap for sure.
Yeah.
Got home and I realized that I hadn't sprayed the back of my hands. And I use the word spray there because I didn't use like the actual sun cream. I used the spray.
So you spray, was it banana boat or whatever?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you spray and then you rub it in, right?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just hold off on that second part for a sec. So
Okay.
spraying and hadn't sprayed the back of my hands.
Okay.
'Cause, when you're rubbing with normal sunscreen, like you kind of cover them anyway, right?
Yeah.
So we get home and I'm like, oh no, I didn't spray the back of my hands.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's all right. That'd be a bit sunburned for a little bit, but I've done okay if I've only got
If
sunburn
that's
on the
the
back of my
only
hands.
thing, you'll cop it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I went to have a shower afterwards, and took my shirt off and realized that I had the most patchy sunburn all over my torso because it was quite a windy day and I didn't rub in the sunscreen that I sprayed.
So it's literally like the sunburn that you've copped literally looks like someone spray painted like red on you.
I look like I can't even describe it. Like I look like a sunburnt giraffe. I think that's the best way I can put it. I mean,
that's the best way you can put it without posting it on the Fine Leg to Football.
This is not ending up on the pod page.
You sure it's not?
Not this rig.
Yeah,
not
okay.
this rig. But
Yeah.
you see what I mean about the patchiness of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It looks kind of spray painted.
But it's all right. That was last week, and it's pretty much all gone. So
Okay.
that's all right.
Yeah.
The lesson here, kids, is if you do use spray sunscreen,
Yeah.
just rub it in.
Just rub it in.
Rub it in. Fucking idiot.
So, running it back for another week, I've just looked over and noticed that we're actually kind of matching today. Like the color scheme is quite
Yeah.
burgundy, not burgundy,
Yeah.
orangey brown kind
Rust.
of rust.
Rust-ish,
Yeah.
I'll say. Yeah, and I feel like I'm sitting a lot more front on than usual.
Yeah.
It's quite comfy actually sitting on the chair properly. That's weird,
You
right?
should do it once every now and
Yeah,
then.
every now and then. Yeah, it's not rush today.
Anyway, running it back, there's been a little bit of cricket going on because there's this World Cup that's happening at the moment.
Yep. We know that a lot of people are turning to us for their information.
For the insight,
Yep.
for staying up to date,
Yep.
staying right on top of things. When this episode's released, I'm not sure I think both semis. No, it'll be one of the semis will have been done, and the other one will yet to be done. But there are right now 2 semis: India versus New Zealand, Australia versus South Africa. So at the
At the time of release, India, New Zealand will have happened.
yes, yeah.
I mean, India have had a pretty good World Cup so far, you'd say, winning
I'd say-
9 out of 9 games.
Yeah, 9 out of 9 is pretty good, I'd
Yep.
say.
I'd like to win that many if I only played 9 games.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know, you get to the semis and the pressure is all on because it's like, it doesn't matter how good you were in the rounds. It's
Yeah.
all the pressure's on and
Home World Cup,
Yep.
undefeated so far.
yeah.
Yeah, there's an expectation there.
And New Zealand playing with nothing to lose as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
So that's the Wolves. Interesting to see what happens, and then Australia versus South Africa. It's sort of South Africa's been. I mean, the form's been incredible. It's just you get to the semis, or
South Africa in particular.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I just feel for them every time because it's just. It doesn't matter how good they perform during the rounds. It's like you get to the semis or the final, and you just know, or you get the feeling that the choke's going to come. And
Was it last episode or the episode before when we were talking about how in ODIs, they've beaten every team more than they've lost to them?
yeah,
But they haven't won a World Cup.
I think it was a couple of episodes
yeah,
ago.
right.
That's an incredible stat.
Yeah.
Like your win-loss record is better than pretty much every team,
Yeah.
but you haven't won a World Cup.
And I mean, South Africa beat Australia earlier. I think they played, it was Australia's second game they played.
Yeah.
Obviously, Australia have warmed into the World Cup a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot more since then. So, should be a belter, right?
Oh, absolutely. Again, don't know which way it'll go. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but I kind of almost want. I feel bad for South Africa, and I think we've said it before. I think we had an actual episode on South Africa and choking or something in the past. I feel like we've touched it, like definitely
Probably.
spoken
what
about
are we?
it.
106. We probably have at some point.
Yeah. So kind of want them to go all the way, but anyway.
Speaking of going all the way.
Yep.
This is a pretty good segue. We
Okay.
actually haven't had a chance to talk about this yet because we recorded the last episode a week ahead because I was away.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to speak about Glenn Maxwell's 201 not out.
Insanity.
That is the word. You think about some of the shots he was playing towards the end.
Yeah.
The achievement to get over the line from 7 for 91 or whatever they were
Yeah.
to the shots he was playing towards the end. It was a freakish innings if a person was playing with 2 legs.
Yeah.
The fact that he had 1 leg
One leg.
was ridiculous.
Yeah. Insane.
Could not even move his front foot out of the way.
Yeah.
Clear it to just swing through.
Yeah.
Pure hand-eye coordination.
I think there's 2 things. I think the first thing is like the innings itself and the score that he ended up on. And that's one thing. I put that to the side. And then I think about the context of the game with Australia being 7 for 91 or something like that.
Yep.
chasing, like, was it 200 and
Almost 300,
300, 390
yeah.
or something? Like, those two separate things
Yeah.
are, like, incredible on their own. You put them together and you have, like, one of the greatest World Cup innings, I think.
Yeah, people are hailing it to be one of the best ever, if not the best ever. Like, not World Cup, not ODI.
Yeah,
best,
right.
Best ever.
I mean, yeah, it's only time will tell, I guess, but, like, you got...
He's such a fucking fence sitter. It was almost an opinion there, guys. Almost. Almost.
Won't force anything out of me, mate. I'm comfortable on this fence. I'm just building nice, like, furniture and, like, making the seat more and more comfortable on the fence.
Right.
Just making it nice and...
Right. Yeah. Speaking of comfortable seats.
Yeah.
Something that Tash and I also got up to when we were up north.
That's a nice segue.
We did a bit of a bike ride.
Nice.
Yeah. The Northern Rivers Rail Trail.
Okay.
Used to be an old rail line up there and turned it into a nice bike track.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful part of the world. I say God's country. If you ever go to the Golf Club as well. And go to the Austral to get a milkshake.
Oh, did you have a couple?
Also, yeah, we had a couple.
Yeah, of course, nice.
Yeah. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, we did
comfortable seats.
Comfortable seats.
Yeah.
The seats were not comfortable.
Okay.
So we rode out about 13 Ks and then did 13 Ks back.
Yeah, nice.
And struggling with how uncomfortable the seat was within 5.
Yep.
Just under the 5K mark, one of us had a bit of an incident. For the sake of the story, I'll say it was me.
Yeah.
I had a bit of an incident. You know how I can get distracted quite easily.
Yes.
So let's say I'm the bike in front of Tash, right? And I'm taking in the scenery and I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, Tash, look at that.
Yeah.
And
because it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I'm looking around, I haven't really realised that my handlebars are going sort of off the track.
Yep.
And because it's an old rail line,
yep,
there's a bit of a drop either side.
Okay. Yep.
And so when we were high on the bikes and they were like telling us a bit about the trail, they were like, oh, if you do happen to start sort of falling off, don't sort of try and steer the other way to try and correct yourself because you will end up falling and hurting yourself.
Tumbling.
More. Yeah. So for the sake of the story, let's say it was me that started falling off the off the trail.
Yes.
And I've taken don't try and steer to correct yourself to mean not, steer with it. I meant it to mean just sort of go completely numb and just let whatever happen.
Yeah, whatever happens, happen.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they say, like if you've been caught in a rip, like
yeah.
Yeah.
So again, let's say it was me.
Yeah.
I fell off the bike.
Yes.
But I fell off in a way that the bike fell and I ended up falling, but I was standing completely upright and I've whacked my head into a tree, standing completely upright. And the bikes kept going. So not only is the tree probably saved me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that let's say it was me, went sort of completely limp and just let the bike fall, I ended up sort of upright, pretty much safe and sound.
So I'm imagining, the bike's starting to like tail off, and then you basically jump off and stay standing, and the bike continues to move by itself.
I don't even know if there was a jump.
Okay.
Because let's say it was from Tash's point of view behind me.
Yeah.
When I've told her to look around at the scenery, she started looking around at what I'm referring to.
Yes.
Nearly slipped it up there.
Yeah.
And so I've looked around. Sorry, she's looked around.
Yeah. Yep.
And then looked back, and it's already happened.
Oh, right. So it's very smooth.
So she can't figure out what's happened to me.
Yeah. Like it's a quick sort of look up, look back, and the bike and you are two separate objects.
Yeah. And my head's chilling with the helmet was on, so safety first.
Yeah.
But straight into the tree.
What a graceful way of falling.
Yeah. Well, I kind of was sort of listening to what was said.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't panic.
Yeah.
If it was me, I didn't panic.
Yes.
I didn't sort of correct my steering.
No.
I just sort of let it all happen, right? Which is what was told.
Yes.
what we were told.
Yeah, you got some advice and you probably took it a bit too literally, I think.
You can't say it wasn't followed. You can't
Yes.
say that advice wasn't followed.
You followed it word for word.
Mm.
Yes. So inspired by this, taking the advice a bit too literally, following through with it, I think it's a perfect time to bring our old mate Chad back to the forefront, mate.
I've missed Chad.
Yeah, good old Chad. So we're going to be getting some advice today from ChatGPT
Chad.
from Chad on how to perform some cricketing skills, and we've just typed in basic step-by-step guides to doing some very basic cricketing things, and we're going to see how things will turn out if you take the advice a bit too literally.
A bit too literally. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we'll start with. You want to start?
Nah, you start us off, mate. You start us off.
Okay. So we'll start with one of the most cricketing skills possible.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
One of the cricket skills of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. On the list of the most cricketing skills, this is right up there in cricket skills. Yes. So how to play the cover drive. So we've asked old mate Chad, and there's a few. It's step by step. It's very detailed. Okay.
Are we going to go through all of this?
No.
Okay.
No,
right.
definitely not.
Cool.
But I've highlighted a few things where I might sort of just take it a bit literally.
Okay. All right.
So there's stuff about positioning, footwork, and all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, I know that. I'm fine. Okay.
Cool. Yep.
We get to the grip.
The grip. Okay.
Okay. So I might actually get the bat that's over here just to demonstrate how I'd.
Whoa! It's a real bat. That's not just a prop.
It is.
Whoa!
I remember when I bought this bat, thinking that I was gonna
become a batsman.
Yeah. A left-handed batsman, and never actually used it because I was like, oh, is there a bit of a chip going on here? Anyway.
Oh, well, it's on the edge. So you sure it's not used?
Yeah. So the grip. So it says, hold the bat with both hands close together on the handle. Your top hand, left hand for a right-hand batsman, or vice versa for a left-hand batsman, should be just above the bottom hand. So holding it here, my left hand is just above the right hand. Maintain a relaxed grip. So you kind of want it to flop a bit. I'm going to watch out for the camera so I don't hit it. You should point your front shoulder when you're batting.
Mm.
So a bit of I don't know if that's Chris Rogers or something like we
Ed Cowan.
Ed Cowan, yeah. Yep.
This just pausing there for a sec.
Yep.
This is quite a visual gag for a podcast.
It also looks like I'm winding up to smack you with this. That's what it looks like. So
if someone's just tuned in around around the 12, 13 minute mark.
Yeah,
they're going to think something's gone wrong.
Yeah, it'll get better. So the next thing we have here is lift the bat with your backhand, bringing it behind and slightly above your back shoulder. So I believe that is so. I want it to be just behind my back shoulder. So I'm looking like this, if I'm right. Should be about right.
Yep.
And then what do we got?
You scrolling down for more instructions? Yep.
Yeah, just need to refer to Chad.
Yeah.
Wait for the ball to come to you. So I'm not sure if that just means I wait for the ball to hit me. Because I got to wait for it to come to me, and then I start playing potentially. And then the last thing with follow through, your body should naturally rotate towards the offside after the shot. So I'm assuming I let the ball. I'm in this position. The ball comes and hits me. The ball hits me. I then shape up to play the shot, to take a swing, and then rotate my entire body and gracefully roll towards the offside. I believe that's the idea. Anyway,
how to play a cover drive.
that's how you do it, mate.
That was beautiful.
Thanks,
In
mate.
fact, you did such a goddamn good job of that.
Yeah.
I'd like you to do the next one as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if that's okay.
No, that's okay.
If that's okay.
Okay.
We've covered in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I think it's about time we get to Ashton's coaching.
Yeah, no worries.
Man
no
can
worries.
do it all.
This is effectively like masterclass. This is the
Masterclass. Oh my
yeah.
god, yeah.
I feel like we haven't given masterclass a shout out, but
No.
during the old lunch break on I don't know if they do it on Channel 7 too, but
That was a Channel 9 thing.
Channel
yeah.
9 thing.
Oh.
Sirens,
It's
mate.
the Roses.
The Roses. So the next skill we've got here is how to bowl a Yorker. So step one is to decide on the right moment to bowl a Yorker. So I think it's good that Chad's giving us this advice to decide on the right moment.
It's a good point.
Yeah, it is. You got to think about the right time. But it also doesn't say when the right time is. So
It's all up to you, mate.
it is up to you in the end.
Right.
A smooth approach is essential when you're running in.
Do you need this ball here, mate?
Oh,
Do you
true,
need
yeah,
this for
actually,
some more visual
yeah.
gags on a podcast.
Yeah. So you got the grip as well, actually.
Mm.
So hold the ball with standard grip. Ensure your fingers are positioned close to the top of the seam. So that's all it says. So close to the top of the seam. I guess it really depends on what you consider the top of the seam to be.
Mm.
I'd consider this to be the top of the seam. So I think.
Try and describe this.
So if I just place the ball here, you kind of want the ball to be
The seam going round like the rings of Saturn. All right.
that's beautiful.
I'm trying to give some detail for those not watching on YouTube.
I just yeah. So you put your fingers on the rings of Saturn, and actually ensure all the fingers are positioned at the top of the seam. So I believe we have 4 fingers and 1 thumb. So effectively, what we want to do is put 4 fingers at the top of the seam and place a thumb directly at the bottom.
That makes bowling a Yorker quite challenging, though.
No, actually, I think that's why I haven't been able to land them in the past, because I just haven't really thought about it in this way. Yeah, so that's kind of the grip. That's what you want.
Beautiful.
I don't know if I want to do some close up, zoomed in. They usually do that on Masterclass. They have a close zoom up, a zoom in of the grip and everything. Maybe not. I probably can't be bothered. But so a smooth approach is essential.
Of course.
You got to aim to deliver the ball, and the ball should pitch as close to the popping crease as possible. Now, it doesn't specify which popping crease. It doesn't quite say, and I believe there's 2 popping creases. So I think.
Oh my fucking god.
But it is a bit contradictory, because the next thing is release the ball slightly earlier than you would for a regular delivery. So if I was aiming for this popping crease that's right at my feet, and I wanted to release the ball slightly earlier than possible, I believe I should be aiming to bowl it vertically. So that it goes directly up in the air and drops at the popping crease, and then follow through with the action, a smooth follow through as well. So I think kind of like the cover drive as well. You kind of want to roll after you've bowled the ball. Yeah. So and be confident. After all that, you got to be confident in these
Is that what it
situations.
says there?
Yeah, be confident. It says be confident in your ability to execute the delivery.
I like it how, it's sort of subcategorized every step of bowling a Yorker, and one of the categories is mental toughness.
Correct. See, I think sometimes it potentially Chad contradicts themselves because, it says be confident, but then there's another one that says review and adapt. So assess the batsman's response and adapt your strategy accordingly. So if you try one and you get, whacked for 6, you might think, I probably shouldn't bowl another one. But then
That's not confident.
is it? You got to be confident. So, I'll pull Chad up every now and then.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
More often than not, back him in though.
All right. And again, you've done such a good job. And as there are 2 elements of cricket.
Yes, there's 2.
And you are such an all-round threat on the cricket field.
Yep.
Did you want to go for the number 3 out of the 2 elements of cricket?
Yeah, absolutely.
That for us as well?
Yeah.
Because there are 2 elements of cricket.
Yeah, so
there's batting, bowling, and fielding.
Yeah, so the second element is fielding. So we've got one last one here. So in the masterclass today, how to take an outfield catch. Right? You're out in the deep.
You're on fire, mate. You're on fire.
So I guess I'll use the ball here as another example. So you're out in the outfield. You're out in the deep. You're fielding. So positioning is important, and movement is important. You want to be on the move. So start moving as soon. As the ball makes contact with the bat. Now, it doesn't specify which direction. It doesn't specify the type of movement at all. But I believe any movement is quite crucial, I think. So movement in any form. So I think just any sort of...
Start doing the YMCA.
Potentially YMCA. I was going to go for a bit of a click. Something just to get... You've got to get your body moving, right? So start moving immediately. Be aware of playing conditions, especially factors like wind and sunlight, and adjust your position and judgment accordingly. Now, I think this one's a bit tough, and Chad's expecting quite a bit in terms of, right, so the ball makes contact with the bat, you start moving, you do the YMCA, and in that moment, you're expected to take into consideration what the sun is doing and what the wind is doing. I think that one's a bit of a stretch. I think it's a bit difficult, especially while you're doing the YMCA. It says, take small controlled steps to maintain balance. Now, I don't know how small is too small, but you don't want to be running on the spot.
Start waddling like a penguin.
Yeah, very small steps, but controlled. Position your hands in a cup shape with fingers pointing upwards. Now, I don't know the best way to make your hand look like a cup. Like, if I take this fine leg to full forward mug, for example, and I was trying to recreate this mug with my own hands, I don't know if I would have to... But it also says to point your fingers upwards. So I don't know if... I think I would do something to create something that looks like a mug, a cup, and something to be the handle as well. So I would somehow try to... Maybe one hand is the handle and one hand is the cup pointing upwards.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Raise your elbows to your chest height or higher. So I believe I would have to hold this cup-like thing above my chest, slightly higher. And the final thing, timing of your jump. Your aim is to meet the ball at the highest point possible.
Hold on, we're jumping.
Yes. Yes.
Right, okay.
That's what Chad's saying.
Right,
so
okay, yep.
You've got your cup-like thing, you raise your elbows so they're really high, and you, instead of letting the ball come to you, you want to meet the ball at the highest point possible.
Right, yep.
So you jump towards the ball. And then you take the catch.
Just that simple.
Yeah,
that simple. So you like scoop it up into the cup, right?
Into the cup. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's all you need.
Can I start a petition to make Run It Back just masterclass?
Switch on.
So switching on after one of my favourite Run It Backs. certainly of recent times. Outstanding work. Show some love in the comments for Ashwin running a masterclass, because that was fucking
Yeah,
phenomenal.
let us know if you want any more masterclasses. Yeah.
No, we're going to change, run it back.
Oh, right, okay.
Entirely.
It's just going to be, okay, right.
Masterclass, yeah. 100%. Well, it's a good opportunity. You know, we run it back through the week.
Yep.
And we could just make it a sort of a masterclass about something that we've learned throughout the week.
That's true.
By we, I mean you. Because there's no topping that. Anyway, switch on.
Yep.
We started with the graceful tumble.
Yes.
That was also equally as graceful.
Yes,
We're
yes.
starting with the graceful tumble that we're saying was me.
Yes.
And
Off the bike.
sort of inspired by that for Switch On, we're going to go through and find some ways to best recover from sticky situations that haven't quite gone to plan.
Yeah, yeah.
So Switch On can be anything, as we've mentioned.
Yep.
So we're kind of going to do a bit of a joint exercise here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start with the first one, or did you want to start with the first scenario?
I don't mind. I can start if you
Oh,
want.
yeah, no, you start it.
Well, I'll read out the scenario. You right?
I'm good. Yeah.
I'll read it out, and then you've got to tell me how to best recover in this situation.
Right, okay.
Right?
Sort of
So-
without looking silly, or just recover in general? Just sort of...
Just yeah. Oh, because it is kind of like we had that episode on looking the part. It is kind of looking the part as well, but just the best way to I just want to hear your answer. Just
Cool.
anything, mate.
Yep, I can do some talking for you.
Okay, so scenario 1, you're going to bowl one of your famous slow balls.
Oh, I'll hold this then.
Yeah. So a bit of a masterclass. So how do you bowl your slow ball?
Just collapse the wrist, mate.
Just
So
collapse.
I've got all 4 fingers on the top of the rings of Saturn,
Yes.
and then I just sort of collapse the wrist.
Just collapse the
Actually,
wrist.
that'd probably get a bit of turn. Collapse the wrist that way.
See, we are learning,
yeah.
mate.
Nah, so just collapse the wrist.
Collapse the wrist. But it's basically an offie, right?
It's actually the term slower ball sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Because usually the deliveries that I bowl are slow. These ones are just slower.
Nice. Yep. Okay, so you're running in to bowl one of your slower balls, and but you realise about halfway through that the ball's slipping out of your hands
Oh no.
while you're running in.
Yeah.
What do you do to rectify or recover from this situation?
Oh, that's a simple one.
Yep.
This happens on the fly quite a bit. You pretend you've sort of stuffed up your run up. And just pull out of the delivery, right?
Yeah, right.
Just,
Okay.
Give it one of the dead ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it right, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. You get around me. Yeah, get it right, mate.
Yeah. Nice. That's clever.
That's an easy one.
That's good. Yeah, I thought you were going to say something about actually the actual delivery or something, but
Not even going to let it get there, mate.
yeah, that's it. It's in your control.
That's it. Absolutely. The next scenario for you, being the genuine all-rounder that you are, this one is certainly appropriate for you.
Yep.
You shape up to hit a switch hit,
Yep.
but then you cop a peach of a delivery on middle stump.
Oh, okay.
So I assume you've already sort of switched
Yep.
to lefty or righty, depending on how you want to start.
Yeah, true. Yep. Switch to because I'm normally gonna bat left-handed, so switch to the right, and then ready to tonk it to count corner.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cop one on middle stump.
What do you do?
What do I do? I think a genuine solid front foot defense.
So you've done a switch hit.
I've done a switch hit, so switch, and then textbook front foot defense.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Cool.
Just to let the opposition know that I can defend on the front foot on the opposite hand, just to put a bit of fear into them.
Nothing says fear like a opposite hand forward defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Another scenario here. You're running in, so you're in the outfield. The ball's not
Doing the YMCA with a mug. Yeah.
doing the YMCA with a mug. So you're in the outfield. This is more of a ground ball. So someone's hit it out, and it's the ball sort of bouncing.
So I'm waddling towards it like a penguin.
You're waddling towards it with short, controlled steps. And you're running to attack the ball, but at the last second, the ball hits a divot, bounces sharply to the left. What do you do in this scenario?
You see it a bit in T20 cricket.
Yep.
You just sort of point the arm behind you, point to the next bloke.
Ah.
You got it.
Yeah. So like your hands are almost ready, like to get the ball. You see that it goes past you, and you naturally kind of your arm just goes.
The sweeper covering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just hand up, straight up, really. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, right. That was quick thinking.
Yeah.
This one for you here, mate. Last one.
Okay.
You're getting ready to give a typical post-game presser.
Yep.
When the interviewer brings up an offensive tweet that you shared 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
How you rectify the situation?
How you rectifying that? Yeah.
It's tough. It is tough because in your head you're getting ready to say, look, the boys, it was really good today. Yeah. Good all
full credit to the boys.
Full credit to the boys.
Yeah.
Everyone, did their bit.
Yeah. Coach Davo's my mum.
Yeah, Coach Davo's, all of the above.
Yep.
And it'd be tough because you're in that mindset. But you could still go through with it as well and sort of say full credit to the boys for the tweet.
Just double down on it.
And I guess that's a way of sort of satisfying both. But you might throw your teammates under the bus if they had nothing to do with the tweet. But
game's the game.
The game is the game. And the point is to make it look as normal as possible. So, just give it in that same delivery that you would normally give that press conference. Yeah, full credit to the boys. There was a bit of help with that tweet. And,
couldn't have done it without them.
Couldn't have done it without them. So everyone did their bit and put in, and yeah.
You are a cockhead. It's your birthday next week.
It is.
I think the way the day falls, pod recording night.
Yep.
I think we got one more episode of you being 27.
Correct.
And then by the time it's out, you're 28.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So maybe we do a bit of a birthday.
A birthday episode.
Something there. Bit of a celebration. You could maybe make some cookies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe
some rice flour.
I could. Yeah. I could. In the kitchen. Like I am committed to making a return. So maybe that's the way. Maybe I'll make a cake.
A cake. Make your own birthday cake. You reckon?
Yeah. And I'll follow the recipe to a T as I have in the past. And
just use the right flour.
Yeah, use the right flour. I did I tell you I made curry over the weekend?
No. Yeah. I think I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You dabble in again.
Dabble in. So I made, because it was Diwali or Deepavali on Sunday. So happy Diwali to anyone that celebrated it. So yeah, I thought I'd make some lamb kurma and have it with naan. So
did you make the naan as well?
No.
Howard.
Yeah. Frozen naan. But turned out okay. Actually.
Yeah.
So I'm in this weird position at the moment where in the past I've made a few things. I've tried making a few things for Cami, and the things that have turned out okay, like lamb kurma, kotharoti, butter chicken. So out of all the things that I've made, the only ones that taste okay are the brown ones. So, I don't know if it's just about acceptance or what it is, but we are where we are. Maybe the In the Kitchen needs to take a different direction. That's all I'm saying.
I prefer not to speak. If I speak, big trouble.
All right, for another week, keep hitting sixes.